Good evening. This is two continuations. This is two continuation on jump questions on motions. Now now we have this question. You say that an object with mass of what 5 kg is moving with a what velocity of 8 meters per second. Full stop. It experiences a constant net force of what 40 newton in the same directions as what as its motion for what 4 seconds. Now therefore you ask to what will be the final velocity of the what object after this time period. So in this question you ask to what to find the final velocity. So therefore now, given that what is given to us in this question, we have that our mass is what 5 kilogram. We have that our initial velocity is what 8 meters per second. We have our force is what 40 newton, and our time is what is 4 seconds. Now therefore we have to find the word velocity, right? And we have to find the final velocity, which is unknown. So therefore now the formula for finding this velocity, we can use what force equals what m bracket v minus u all over what t, where v is the final velocity and u is the initial velocity. So therefore substitute the values you got into here. We have force is what 40 newton is equal to what mass is 5 bracket, velocity is what final velocity is unknown, that is v, minus initial velocity is what is 8 all over your time is what my time is what is 4. So therefore now you know that this is 40 is equal to, and you know that this thing here is something, and 40 is something and 40 over 1. So if you still do it, 40 divided by 1 is something as 40. Okay, so therefore I want to make this to resemble this, to be in form of fractions. So now cross multiply this, we have that this 40 times 4 and 1 times everything here. So we have 40 bracket 4 is equal to what 1 times everything here, isn't it? So now 40 times 4 is what is 160 is equal to 5 times v is 5v minus 5 times 8 is what is 40. Okay, so therefore what to do, collect like times. CLT means collect like times. So therefore now we have that if this minus 40 cross over here, it becomes what plus 40. So we have 160 plus 40 is equal to what 5v. Now therefore 5v is equal to what 200. Now dividing both sides by coefficient of what v, and the coefficient of v is what is 5. So therefore v is equal to 200 divided by 5 is what is 40 meters per seconds. Or now this same question can be solved using another method. We have that where force is equal to what mass and acceleration, right? So now since force is equal to mass and acceleration, I know that force is given as 40, right? Is equal to mass is given as 5 times acceleration. Now therefore we have that acceleration is now equal to what 40 over 5. So acceleration is equal to what 8 meters per second square. And recall from the question that we have to find the what final velocity, right? So therefore calculating for velocity, that v is equal to u plus 8, isn't it? So we have where v is the final velocity, u is initial, and a acceleration, t is the whole time. Now v is equals, I know that our initial velocity here was given as what as 8, right? So we have 8 plus, and our acceleration is what is 8 times our time was what 4. So we multiply this, we have v is equals to what 8 plus what 8 times 4 is what is 32, and v is equals what 8 plus 32 is what is 40 meters per second. So therefore v is equal to what 40 meters per second. Very simple. Now we have question number 2. We have to what calculate the total distance covered by a train before coming to what rest if its initial speed is what 30 meters per second with a constant retardation of what 0.1 meter per second square. Now we have to calculate the what total distance. Now so for this question, what is given to us here, we have that given that our initial velocity is what is 30 meters per second, right? And our acceleration, our retardation, hope you know that retardation and deceleration is always negative. So our retardation is what is minus 0.1 meter per second square, right? And here we have to find the what our distance. We have to find the total distance. And I know that recall that when a car is decelerating or when a car is retardating, just know that the final velocity will be what 0. So now the final velocity here will become 0 is equal to what my initial velocity? Initial velocity will become what 30 all square plus bracket 2 times, so the acceleration is minus 0.1, right, times seconds. So therefore we have 0 is equal to what 30 square is what is 900 minus this time 2 times minus 0.1 is what is minus 0.2 what x. Now collect like times, we have if this minus 0.2x cross over here becomes what 0.2x is equal to 900. If this plus 0 cross over here becomes minus 0, right? So we have 0.2x is equal to 900 minus 0 is what is 900. So dividing both sides by coefficient of x. So we have x is equal to 900 divided by 0.2, which will give me what 4,500 what meter, and this is what correct what answer. Okay. Now we have question number 3. And question number 3 says that, sorry, we have question number 3 says that the displacement of a particle is given by x equals what, 2s cubed plus what, 5s minus 4. Now we have to what, find the equation for its velocity. Now they say that the displacement of a particle is given by this, right? So we have to find the what, equation for velocity. Now, so therefore we have given that our displacement is what, is 2s cubed plus 5s minus 4, right? So now to calculate for velocity, differentiate what, once. To calculate for velocity, do what, differentiate to once. So therefore velocity is equal to dx over what, ds. Differentiate x in respect to what, differentiate x in respect to x. Okay, so therefore that becomes ds over dx means what, under x differentiate what, x. Okay, so which is equal to, now you know that in differentiation is always raised to the power of minus 1. So if this power comes down, become 3 times 2 times what, x raised to the power of 3 minus 1 plus what, now we have the power of this x is 1, so the power will come down, become 5 times what, 1 times x raised to the power of 1 minus 1. Okay, which is equal to what, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 minus 1 is 2, that becomes 6s raised to the power 2 plus, we have this now, that this becomes 5. Now I know that 1 minus 1 is 0, so therefore that becomes 5 times 1 times x raised to the power 0 is what, something as what, 5x raised to the power 0, so which is equal to, now 6x squared plus, and recall that anything raised to the power 0 is 1, so 1 times 5 something as what, 5. So my velocity is equal to what, 6x squared plus 5. So this is the final answer, 6x squared plus what, 5. Now let's just assume that the answer to find the word acceleration. Now to find acceleration, you do what, you differentiate what, twice. Now so let's just assume we have to find acceleration here now. So my acceleration will become what, differentiate this again, so and this will become what, 12x. Okay, so that is the answer, and this is very simple. JAMB questions are always same. It's just like they are very lazy to set questions. It's always very simple. This is the pattern. They don't set hard questions in JAMB. JAMB questions are always very easy. So this is the end of this video. Okay.